Oh, today is Sunday, May 25th, 2025. And again, I'll be reading from the United Church of Christ Daily Devotional, giving my impressions, the impact it had on me, the thoughts it raised in me, discussing it not necessarily specifically from a Christian perspective, but simply using a Christian text as a step-off point to talk about our lives in the world today. And this is something that can be done with any faith traditions, sacred writings, or any kind of writings, actually. The devotion I'll be reading today is entitled Fire and Brimstone, written by Rachel Hackenberg. And Rachel bases the devotion upon Psalm 11, verses 6 through 7, New Revised Standard Version. On the wicked, God will rain coals of fire and sulfur. A scorching wind shall be the portion of their cup, for the Lord is righteous. And then Rachel writes, is God still righteous if the wicked thrive? Maybe you've noticed that there are children weeping because their parents have been taken from them by immigration officials, by gun violence, by war. Maybe you've noticed that there are people raging because their lives are undermined. Governments spend money more readily on tear gas than on education. Corporations prioritize profit over community. Religions love orthodoxy more than understanding. Maybe you've noticed your own spirit, listless and wondering, how long? How long will hearts bleed? How long will discouragement weigh down souls? How long until hope is realized? Still wars are waged. Still people are kidnapped. Still wealth inequality skyrockets. Fire and brimstone aren't raining down to engulf AK-47s. Coals are not being stoked by the breath of God to incinerate white nationalism. Is God still righteous? Perhaps not. Perhaps God's righteousness can't be defended by the face of evil. Perhaps God's righteousness hasn't been fully demonstrated against the wickedness. Personally, I suspect God's reputation of righteousness is tarnished, at the very least. Then again, I'm pretty sure it's not my place to judge God's character. I have my own to deal with. But judging God isn't the pursuit of faith anyway. Our call is to seek God, which includes gazing honestly at evil, resisting its violence as well as its lull, claiming and sharing hope, and digging in deeply to the wellspring of love and life. I don't know if God is still good, but we're called to keep searching for it, and searching for one another through the fire and brimstone. And Rachel's prayer. Sweet Jesus, the Lord is a mess. The wicked thrive and violence multiplies. Find within us what we long to find within you: goodness, mercy, and love. Lots of different things went through my mind as I was reading this. And I guess first, in terms of the psalm, it's important for me anyways to understand the context of the text that we're reading. And in the Psalms, in this case, the context is probably that of the Hebrews in diaspora, having been conquered and captured and taken away, and they're looking for things of hope that will help sustain them through the pain that they're living through, being separated from their home and their community and their families, and thinking God will come down and change things is, I guess, a source of hope for some people. And that's true today. Which kind of leads me to my next thought, too, that depending upon whether you believe in God or not, I honestly, if there is a God, don't think that God is going to come down and change things. It's really up to us to make the change that we wish to see in the world. To fight against the violence and the corruption and the horrible things that are going on, the wealth inequality. No one's going to come and intervene for us. It's up to us to act. And perhaps that's the way to find God in a way, is to work towards, as Rachel alludes to at the end, to work towards claiming and sharing hope, resisting violence, and digging in deeply to the wellspring of love and life. That is, I think, a sense of God in a way, our interconnectedness, our common humanity, our connectedness to all of creation, understanding that and living in that way is a way that, if you will, God exists in the world. So it's up to us. Praying can help change you, I think, and if that works for you, to help guide you to be self-reflective on how you are in the world and with one another and with creation, and working toward living a life that builds and promotes community and care and love, and resisting evil in all its ways, is a way to bring us back together and to, if you will, find God in our midst, in our relationships and in one another. So those are my feelings and interpretations and understandings from reading this text, of things that it brought to my mind, and hopefully it's given you something to think about in your own life, and be self-reflective about how you live in the world and how to become the change you wish to see in the world, one little bit at a time. If each of us could do that in our own little world, it will spread and become a movement that will move throughout. And if you believe in God, that is how God acts in the world, through our hands and our feet. So hope you have a good day, and hope to talk to you soon.